Hello everyone, David Bellman here with our good friend Rob Bigalke from FlexScripts, and we're going to talk a little bit today about prescription medicine. And one of my frustrations, I don't go to the doctor very often, and I always get frustrated when I do have to get a prescription and how expensive it is. So can you kind of give us some guideline on why prescription drugs are so expensive?
Oh, I wish I had an easy answer for that one, but for the most part, the reason why we continue to see an increase in spend, typically in the double digits, has been the introduction of specialty medications. Specialty medications are well over about 50% of the cost for each self-funded employer, and these are your high-cost injectable claims. These are the medications that can cure hepatitis C, the ones that are rheumatoid arthritis. So there's a lot of focus on that, and then you also have other reasons for high-cost brand name medications, not being specialty, but that's direct-to-consumer advertising. It's the ability to make sure that you connect to each individual without focusing like the drug manufacturers used to on the doctors. They just focus right on the member, and then the member tells the doctors what brand name medication they want.
This is what you should be using. Okay.
That's exactly the case.
Okay, I gotcha. So how do PBMs manage their formularies then?
Yeah, so up until a few years ago, PBMs did a fantastic job of managing the formulary, really making sure that from a step therapy standpoint, making sure they tried a cheaper alternative first before stepping up to a more expensive brand name. Unfortunately, what we've seen over the last 4 years in the industry is certain PBMs are taking and really moving in the wrong direction. Prime example, a drug called Duexis. Duexis is about a $2,600 drug.
Wow.
When you get it through the pharmacy.
How often do you have to take that, by the way?
So Duexis is typically dispensed in a 30-day supply, but it's a combination medication. And this combination medication, both of these generic ingredients are available over the counter. They have a cost of about $30.
Wow.
So the ability for PBMs to include this unnecessary drug like Duexis on their formulary is nothing more than a rebate grab for the PBMs and the ability to charge their clients more.
So how does FlexScript jump in and help control that?
So we make sure that through our clinical department and through our negotiations with our PBMs, Duexis and Vimovo and the rest of the medications that should not be part of the formulary are not part of our client's formulary.
Wow.
So in fact,
you can save people a lot of money then with that.
Absolutely. And when we look at new clients and new prospects, it's one of the first things we look for. If we see a Duexis in their data, we're going to pounce on that client because we want to make sure the client understands that that's doing nothing but really funding the PBM and their rebate practices.
Okay, so typically, like, how much could you save a typical client by looking at that and being the PBM police?
Yeah, so a Duexis prescription that might be taken 12 times a year for every member, you're talking about a pretty significant dollar amount, close to $30,000 per member who's taking that.
Wow.
All because they should be taking an over-the-counter alternative. So again, sometimes even the formularies themselves that the PBMs develop and manage, their P&T committee, their pharmacy and therapeutics committee should be telling them that ethically this is the right drug to have on there. Drugs like Duexis and Vimovo should be nowhere near these types of formularies.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I mean, there's so many different drugs out there, and the layperson just doesn't know about the alternatives and all these little things that go on behind the scenes. So I can really see why you guys are so necessary in that process. And I really appreciate what you do. And if someone wants to learn a little bit more about FlexScripts and how you can get involved, how would they do that?
Yeah, so definitely give myself or one of our sales reps a call. Visit our website. Really, again, our goal when combining the PBM world and the consulting world, really important to us because what we do every one of our meetings that we have with our brokers and our clients, it's an educational session. I get 30 minutes to bend the ear to tell them everything that's wrong with the PBM industry. And this is really important to me, really important.
Only 30 minutes, right?
That's it, you get 30 minutes.
There's a lot more than 30 minutes.
That's right. Well, the 30 minutes is to capture their attention.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you really develop that relationship and kind of move on from there. So.
Well, I learned a ton. Hopefully you guys did as well. And certainly reach out to Rob if you have any further questions about this.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it.